Hello and welcome to English Time, the podcast where we talk, learn, and have fun with English. I'm Emma, and I'm so happy you're here with us today. We have a really interesting topic. How does your brain learn a new language?
Hey there, I'm Jack. I love this topic because it's something every language learner should know. When you understand how your brain works, you can learn smarter, not just harder. So don't worry, this won't be full of science words. We'll keep it easy, just like always.
Yes, and even if you speak only a little English, don't worry. You'll still understand a lot today. We're going to talk about why learning a language can feel difficult sometimes and why it gets easier with time.
Let's start with something simple. Think about your brain like a big computer. It takes in information, remembers it, and uses it when you need it. But your brain needs input first. That means you need to hear, see, and read English often so your brain knows, hey, this is important.
Exactly. The more your brain sees or hears something, the stronger the memory becomes. That's why people always say, practice, practice, practice. It's not just a nice idea, it's actually how your brain builds connections. It's called repetition. When you repeat something many times, it sticks.
Right, but here's something cool. You don't need to repeat in a boring way. You don't have to say, I am, like a robot. You can use real-life things, songs, shows, games, short videos. If you hear, I am hungry in a movie, and then hear it again in a song, your brain starts to remember it naturally.
That's why we always say, make English part of your daily life. Even if you just change your phone's language to English or label things in your room like door, chair, mirror, your brain sees these words and learns slowly, day by day.
Let's talk about the first big job your brain does when learning a new language: understanding sounds. English has some sounds that might not be in your language. So at first, your brain says, what is that? I've never heard that before. But after hearing it many times, it starts to get easier.
Yes, I remember when I started learning Spanish, the R sound was so hard for me. My brain didn't know how to say it. But after hearing it and practicing for a few weeks, suddenly it just came out naturally. Our brains are really good at copying sounds. We just need to give them time.
Your brain also tries to guess the meaning of new words. If someone says, look at the sky, and points up, your brain connects the word sky with what you see. That's how babies learn, and it works for adults too. You don't always need to translate. Sometimes your brain figures it out by itself.
Exactly. And when you speak, even just a few words, you're doing something really powerful. You're telling your brain, I want to use this language. That's when your brain starts to get faster at finding the right words and building sentences.
Have you ever noticed that when you first try to speak, it's really slow? You think for a long time before each word? That's normal. Your brain is searching for the right word, the right form, the right sound. But every time you do it, your brain gets faster and more confident.
And confidence is so important. If you feel scared to speak, that's okay, but try anyway. Your brain won't learn confidence on its own. You have to practice speaking, even if your heart is beating fast. After a few tries, it will feel much easier.
Also, your brain learns better when you connect new words to things you already know. For example, if you know the word apple and you learn the word fruit, now your brain makes a link. Apple is a kind of fruit. That's how you build your vocabulary, by connecting ideas.
Yes, and don't forget to use pictures. Your brain loves pictures. If you're learning the word cat, it's better to see a cat than just read the word. You can use flashcards with pictures or apps that show words with photos. This helps your memory a lot.
Another cool trick: teach someone else. When you explain something in English, even something small, your brain works harder, and that makes your learning stronger. Try teaching a friend, a child, or even your pet. Just say things out loud like you're the teacher.
And speaking out loud is good for another reason. It helps your pronunciation. Reading quietly is okay, but reading out loud is better. Your mouth and your brain start working together. That's how speaking becomes more natural.
So let's review what we talked about so far. Your brain needs input: listening, reading, watching. Repetition helps memory. Making English part of your life helps learning. Speaking, even just a little, makes your brain stronger. And learning should be fun and personal.
Yes, we're just getting started, and we'll go even deeper in the next part. In Chapter 2, we'll talk about what happens in your brain when you dream in English and how to get to that point. Sounds fun, right? Welcome back to English Time. This is Chapter 2 of our episode on how your brain learns a language. If you haven't heard Chapter 1 yet, go check it out. We talked about repetition, memory, speaking, and how your brain is always learning. But now, let's go deeper.
Yes, today we're talking about something really exciting. Have you ever heard someone say, "I had a dream in English"? For many people, that's a big moment. It feels like, wow, my brain is really starting to think in English. But what does that actually mean?
It means that your brain is becoming more comfortable with the language. When you dream in English or think in English, it shows that your brain is starting to use the language naturally without stopping to translate. That's a huge step.
And you don't need to be perfect to have that experience. You don't need to know every word. Your brain doesn't wait for you to finish a grammar book. It starts using what you know. Even short, simple dreams like "I go to store" or "Where is the dog" show that your brain is trying to speak without help.
Yes, and sometimes it just happens. You wake up and think, did I just dream in English? It might feel strange, but it's actually amazing. It means your brain is doing some language work while you sleep. It's reviewing what you learned during the day.
This is called passive learning. When you sleep, your brain organizes memories. So if you studied English, listened to a podcast, or watched a movie in English that day, your brain keeps working on it, even when you're not awake.
That's why it helps to read or listen to English right before bed. You don't need to study hard, just relax and enjoy something in English. A short video, a funny story, a podcast like this. Your brain will take that in while you sleep.
Now, let's talk about thinking in English. This is a goal for many learners. They say, "I want to think in English." But how do you do that? You start small. For example, when you're walking, think, "I am walking to the store." Or when you're cooking, think, "I am cutting the onion."
Yes, use your daily life. Your brain learns best when language is connected to action. So don't wait for a test or a classroom. Use English in your mind while you do normal things. It's simple and it really helps you get faster at speaking.
At first, you might need to translate in your head. That's okay. Maybe you think in your language first and then try to change it to English. That's a normal part of learning. But the more you practice, the faster you'll skip that step.
One little trick I love is using questions during the day. Ask yourself simple questions in English, like, what time is it? What do I need to do now? Or what will I eat for dinner? You don't have to answer out loud, but just doing that makes your brain use English thinking.
Another great way is to describe what you see. If you're outside, think, "The sky is blue." "That tree is big." It doesn't have to be complex. Just start building your English brain. Over time, it becomes easier and faster.
And the fun part? Your brain starts doing it on its own. One day, you're waiting for the bus and boom, a thought comes in English without you trying. That's when you know you're on the right track.
Yes, that's when you feel the magic. It's not about knowing every word. It's about letting your brain feel free in the new language. And even if the sentences are simple, that's still thinking in English.
Some people ask, how long does it take to think in English? And the answer is, it depends. Everyone is different. Some people need a few months, others need more time. But if you use English every day, even just a little, it will happen.
It's not a race, it's a journey, and your brain is learning even on the days when you feel tired or stuck. So be patient with yourself. Keep giving your brain input, listening, reading, speaking. It will respond.
And celebrate the small wins. Did you understand a whole English sentence today without translating? That's a win. Did you think, "I need to eat" in English without planning it? That's a win too.
So remember, dreaming in English, thinking in English, it's not magic. It's your brain showing you that you're learning, you're growing, and with more practice, it gets easier and more natural every day.
Coming up in Chapter 3, we're going to talk about memory hacks, how to remember words better, and how your brain loves stories, emotions, and funny pictures. It's going to be a fun one. Welcome back to English Time. You're listening to Chapter 3 of our episode on how your brain learns a new language. Today we're talking about something every learner wants to know. How can I remember English words better?
Yes, that's a big question. Many people say, I learn a word today, but tomorrow I forget it. Don't worry, that's normal. Your brain needs a little help to remember. And today, we'll share some simple tricks, memory hacks that really work.
Let's start with this idea. Your brain loves stories. If you connect a new word to a story, even a short one, it's easier to remember. For example, if you learn the word umbrella, don't just say the word 5 times, make a little story. I forgot my umbrella and got all wet. Then I bought a big red umbrella at the store.
That's a great example. When you create a story, your brain gets more active. It sees a picture, it feels something, and it remembers more. Even a silly or funny story helps a lot. The more crazy it is, the better your brain remembers it.
Yes, so let's try one together. Let's say you're learning the word banana. Instead of just repeating banana, make a funny story. Like, a monkey stole my banana and ran away laughing. Now your brain says, hey, that was funny. I'll keep that word.
Exactly. You don't need to be a great writer. Just use your imagination. And if you like drawing, that helps too. Draw a little picture of your story. Your brain loves images. It connects the word with something visual, and that helps the memory stay strong.
Here's another hack. Use emotion. Your brain remembers things that feel emotional, like happy, funny, surprising, or even a little scary. If you connect a word with a feeling, it sticks better. Think about songs. Sometimes you remember lyrics because the song made you feel something, right?
That's true. Music is also a powerful tool. If you hear a word in a song you love, it's easier to remember. Try to learn a few songs in English, especially ones with simple words. You can even sing along. Your brain loves rhythm and repetition.
Another tip, use the word in your life right away. When you learn a new word, try to say it or write it that same day. For example, if you learn the word window, look at a window and say, that is my window. My window is open. Your brain says, oh, we're using this word now. Better remember it.
Yes, your brain is smart, but also a little lazy. If you don't use a word, it thinks, well, this must not be important, and lets it go. But when you use it in real situations, even in simple ways, your brain knows to keep it.
You can also group words together in a way that makes sense to your brain. For example, learn 5 words from the kitchen, like plate, spoon, cup, fork, knife. Then go to your kitchen and say them out loud. This is a cup. I use a spoon to eat. The fork is clean. Your brain sees the pattern and learns faster.
Another fun idea is to make flashcards, but don't only use translations. Try pictures or little sentences instead. Like, instead of just writing cat equals gato, write the cat is sleeping on my bed. Or draw a picture of a cat in a silly place. That helps your brain make a deeper memory.
Let's also talk about spacing. This means don't try to learn 20 words in one day and then nothing for a week. It's better to learn 3 to 5 words and review them often. Come back to them tomorrow, then again in a few days. That's called spaced repetition, and it's how your brain remembers long term.
That's one of the best hacks of all, little by little. It's like building a house with small blocks. You don't build it all in one day. You add a few pieces, make them strong, and then build more.
So let's review today's memory hacks. Tell stories with new words. Use emotion and funny ideas. Draw pictures to help memory. Sing songs or repeat words with rhythm. Use the words in your real life. Group similar words together. Use flashcards with pictures or sentences. Review words over time, not just once.
And remember, you don't need to use all these hacks. Just try a few and see what works best for you. Some people remember better with pictures. Others love songs. Your brain is unique, so find what makes it smile.
Coming up in Chapter 4, we're going to talk about motivation and mindset, how your attitude can help or hurt your learning, and how to stay positive even when English feels hard. Welcome back to English Time, and thank you for joining us for the final chapter of this special episode, How Your Brain Learns a New Language. Today, we're talking about something super important, motivation and mindset.
Yes, this is the part people sometimes forget. We talk a lot about words, grammar, and practice, but your attitude can change everything. If you feel excited, open, and curious, your brain is more ready to learn. But if you feel scared or bored, learning becomes harder.
That's true. Have you ever had a day when English felt fun? Maybe you watched a movie, understood some jokes, or had a little conversation. That's motivation. It gives you energy. Your brain remembers more when you're enjoying the process.
But let's be honest, not every day feels like that. Sometimes you feel tired, or you make a mistake and feel embarrassed. Maybe you think, I'll never speak English well. We understand. We've all felt that way when learning a new language.
Yes, and guess what? Those feelings are normal. But here's the good news. Your brain is still learning, even on the bad days. Even if you feel slow, even if you forget words, your brain is still building connections. You just can't always see it right away.
So let's talk about mindset, how you think about learning. One helpful idea is called a growth mindset. That means you believe, I can get better. I just need time and practice. You don't have to be perfect. You just need to keep going.
Right. Many people say, I'm not good at languages. But that's not true. It's just that they haven't found their way yet. Your brain can learn. It might be slow, fast, quiet, or loud, but it can learn. That's a fact. You just need to give it the right tools and time.
Here's another tip. Focus on progress, not perfection. Can you say one more sentence than last month? Great. Did you understand more words in a video this week? That's progress. Celebrate those little wins. They matter.
And remember, mistakes are not bad. They're part of the process. Think of mistakes like signs that say, hey, this is where I need to grow. Every mistake shows your brain is trying something new. That's brave and smart.
Sometimes learners compare themselves to others. She speaks better than me. He learns faster. But that doesn't help. Everyone has their own road. Focus on your journey, your pace, your path.
Yes, and find ways to stay inspired. Watch English movies you enjoy. Listen to music that makes you feel good. Follow English creators you like. When you connect English to things you love, it feels less like work and more like life.
Also, be kind to yourself. Talk to yourself like you'd talk to a friend. Would you say to a friend, you're so bad at this? Of course not. You'd say, you're doing great. Just keep going. So speak kindly to yourself, too.
Let's share a few mindset tips before we end this chapter. Believe that you can learn. Don't fear mistakes. They're your teachers. Celebrate small wins. Don't compare. Your journey is unique. Use English in fun, real ways. Be patient and kind to yourself.
Learning English isn't just about the brain. It's about the heart, too. Stay curious, stay brave. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep trying.
You've already done something amazing. You're listening to this podcast in English. That means you're learning right now. So be proud of yourself.
This is the final chapter of this episode, but it's just the beginning of your language journey. Your brain will keep learning every day you use English. So keep listening, keep speaking, and most of all, keep going.
We'll be back with more episodes soon, with new topics, easy conversations, and more fun ways to grow your English. Until then, thank you for learning with us.
And remember, you can do this. Your brain is ready, and we're here to help.